Namaste, my darling Pisces. Thank you so very much for joining me here this week. This reading that I'm doing is for November 24th to November 30th. Please make sure to check out your sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign if you know it. There's a lot of apps on Google, on the internet, that can help you by putting in your birth date and the time you were born and letting you know what your moon sign is, what your rising sign is. And all of these signs are important, the sun, moon, and rising, when looking at astrology. Okay, my darling Pisces? So I'm going to flip my screen, and so we can pick your cards and your divine messages for the week of November 24th to November 30th. All right, here we go. So I have picked 5 different decks, my darling Pisces collective, and we'll see what Spirit has. We call upon our beloved angels and guides of love, of light, our loved ones in the spirit world, the universe, Source, God, to help us give the Pisces collective the best messages that will serve the highest and greatest good for the week of November 24th to 30th. So there's 5 different decks that I have picked, and this one here that I'm shuffling is the messages from the universe for our darling Pisces. What does Spirit have for Pisces? The very last deck that I picked is our spirit animals. So let's see what spirit animal comes through for the Pisces collective. All right, my darling Pisces, I'm going to flip my screen so I can channel the messages for you, my darling, darling Pisces, for the week of November 24th to November 30th. I'm going to read these cards, channel these messages in the order that I drew the cards. All right, my darling, beautiful Pisces. I don't know if I've mentioned, but I do have some very important people in my life that are Pisces, and I just love Pisces. I love the sign. They're very intuitive, and even if, like, it's funny because my daughter is a Pisces, and she's in the science. She's in the science field, I'll say, without giving too much information. And so her mind is very analytical, and she doesn't embrace that part of her, that intuitive part of her. But it's funny because as she's getting older and she's, she has a child, it's funny to watch how her intuition just automatically kicks in. And so now, where as she was growing up, it was all about, I want facts. I want facts. I don't believe in all this. And then all of a sudden, watching as she's expanding and growing, how she's combining now the intuitive with the intellect, right? It's really, really neat to see. So my darling Pisces, my sweet, sweet, gorgeous Pisces collective, the first card you got is accept heaven's help. Accept heaven's help. So my darling Pisceans, you have prayed and you have asked for heaven's help. And what Spirit is saying that, yes, we heard you. Yes, we heard your prayers and all you've been asking for. But get out of the way. Get out of the way so that Spirit can come in and, give you the divine blessings that you've been asking for. So you're praying, you may be doing manifesting, you may be very positive and on a spiritual path of some sort, but then your mind gets in the way, my darling, darling Pisceans. So heaven is saying, get out of your own way and accept the help that is coming to you now. So, my darling Pisceans, from the Keepers of the Light oracle, you got Shekinah. And this is about embracing the sacred self. the inner self, the part of your spirit, my darling Pisces, that you have kept within you, perhaps even from childhood. Certain things that you haven't fully expressed, like you are so deep, my darling Pisces. And for whatever reason, you have held back on expressing, of embracing that part of your sacred self. And Spirit is saying it's time now, my darlings, to unleash that spirit within you. Express your gifts, my darling Pisces, because you have so many. Dance, my darling Pisces, dance to the rhythm of life. Enjoy every moment. Allow your inner light to shine because it is so bright, my darling Pisces collective. Spirit is reminding you that thoughts create your reality. Thoughts create your reality. So you are so deep, you are so intuitive, Pisces. But sometimes I feel as if though certain thoughts are getting in the way of you letting your inner light shine and for you to manifest all that you want. So remember, this is only a small message from Spirit saying to pay attention to all of your thoughts because they are indeed creating a reality for you, and accept heaven's help. So get out of fear mode, get out of stress mode. And I know Pisces are very free, but they can tend to let worry get to them. So remember to let that go, to unleash your spirit, to believe and trust in the universe, and to accept the help that's coming to you. And I'm hearing Spirit say that this help, my darling Pisces, that's coming to you could be coming to you from other people, from situations and circumstances. Allow it to flow in, okay? I'll embrace it. Trust. You don't always have to do everything yourself, my darling Pisces. There are people that want to support you, to see you shine brightly, that love you, and allow them to do that, okay? Your special message from the universe, my darling Pisces. Of course, you will make mistakes, right? Who doesn't? But the biggest one would be to not try, my darling Pisces. You have nothing to lose. This thing you have been thinking about for a very long time. So there's something you've been considering, that you've been thinking about for a very long time. It could be related to relationships. It could be related to an endeavor. Something could be related to more than one thing, but you've been thinking about it. This thing you've been thinking about, Spirit is saying, just go for it. Stop thinking. Stop thinking. Because heaven is helping you to manifest, whether it's the love of your life, whether it's a new endeavor, something you've really been thinking about. Spirit is saying go for it. Because, you may be contemplating, what if it doesn't work out? What if it's not meant for me? What if? But the universe is saying better an oops than a what if. We are here to support you, okay? So don't be scared of failure. If it doesn't work out, revise, reroute, and do it again. Unleash that sacred part of you, my darling Pisces, that sexy part of you, that people, that strong, that powerful, that magnetic part of you, darling Pisces. It's time to unleash yourself, and don't be scared of it not working out, right? Because you will never forgive yourself if you didn't try, okay? The very last card, my darling Pisces collective, that you got, the spirit animal. 66 is a very important number for you. 66. Please look it up under angel numbers on your search engine. It's going to have a very powerful message for you, my darling Pisces. The animal spirit that you got is a very beautiful, powerful spirit animal. It could be your totem animal. And it is, I'm going to just pull it up here in my book so I can read you a little bit about the message from the spirit animal. But the spirit animal, my darling Pisces, that comes through is the white raven spirit. The white raven spirit. You could be seeing ravens around you. You could be in an area where you see this bird, but this animal spirit guide is coming to you to ask you to trust in the magic. I have chills. Pisces, I have chills at the magnificence that is entering your life. Let me read you a little bit of what the white raven spirit animal has for you. Nothing in the universe, my darling Pisces, is random. For the intricate web of co-creation weaves together all events and has done so since the beginning of time. Coincidences have meaning, and the white raven spirit, my darling Pisces, appears to remind you to pay attention to these synchronicities so that you might recognize patterns. Even the winds dance, my darling Pisces, in a pattern, participating in the magic of Spirit's plan for all. Align with the highest good and intentions, and you will come to see that the white raven is guiding you. Align with the light, my darling Pisces collective, and you will start to recognize that all is working together harmoniously in ways the eyes cannot always see and the mind cannot always comprehend. The universe is conspiring on your behalf right now, drawing you to the light and bringing you the magic and miracles that are your birthright. Now is the time to trust in the magic of the world that is everywhere in all things. Wow, Pisces, I have chills. I have the biggest chills from all these readings I've done this week. Now is the time to trust in the magic of the world that is everywhere and in all things. Pay attention, darling Pisces, how things come together. As if by magic, you will see the hand of the Great Spirit arranging things in your favor. Wow. Chills. I have chills, Pisces. I have chills. Accept this heaven's help that's coming to you. Unleash your spirit. Unleash your spirit, my darling Pisces. Express your gifts. Dance to the sacred rhythm of life. And remember that your thoughts create your reality. If you've been doing manifestation work, it's really, really showing for you. And it's better to try than to not try at all. Darling Pisces, trust in the magic because the universe has your back. Wow, wow, wow. Well, my darling Pisces, I'm after all that left unspeechless, which is very rare for me, but I've just got chills on my body. This is a powerful time for you. Embrace it, my darling Pisces. I hope this reading resonated with you. Make sure to watch your moon sign and rising sign as well as your sun sign. Thank you so much for subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting. It means the world to me. All my love, my darling Pisces. Namaste.